Yeah, Deku had sunshine as his quirk. I mean, quite honest with you, he have since he was born. Let's say that he will. Let's say he had military at the how I say right sometimes at its highest. That's when Izuku was born. Izuku instinctually hold all the sunlight right at his heart, containing all the sunlight, getting all the power of the sun right at his heart. Not let a single ounce of it out. Where his heart is, a mark started to form. A mark of a lion. So, his quirk started to influence him. Even when he was young, he knew what his quirk was. As soon as he was aware, he knew what his quirk was. He feel a link to the sun itself. He feels the power of the sun coursing through pouring into him, instantly right where his heart is. He would train. His first thing he would do is train himself to the sun 24/7. Because the sun still exists. He managed to do it when he reached the age of 4. When he reached age 4, he handled the sun's power 24/7. Him doing that increased the timeline he can go into one mode. Since he can handle 24/7, basically what he did until he reached age 4, he strengthened his connection to the sun. I don't know what doesn't does that. So power he gained is enhanced more power he gained. Think about training his body as well. He always trained two things: how to use it, and 3 things: his body, his connection to the sun, strengthening it, making it stronger and stronger, and of course more and more power. Learn how to use power. Basically, all throughout the day he's in the one mode. But when he's in that when he's in that time where usually he'll be in one mode, he won't evolve. And night, he'll be very Eskimo. Yeah. He perfectly control his sun power. He always works out. Always. Let's say the sun. See, he'll sort amount. He's reason why he do more how the sun each second now since he works the body out since the body is not frail like astronaut body original body is frail so he can't handle much power of the sun at current time. I'll say but since the body is strong and buff, he can handle more of the power. So how it can increasing and increasing. He already learned all Astronaut's abilities, create some of his own. I'll say that I read it's part of this quirk. Let's say, you know how some people have summoning. He can summon Van Reader and since it's part of him. Reader is a living weapon. Only those who can use it is those with fireworks, strong fireworks of that. His body is strong enough to handle the power of the Van Reader. Or he can stronger less. He's constantly absorbing more and more power of the sun. Yet it was always intense. It's not at absolute limits. As you all know, when power of such a someone's body, they get prideful. Would normally happen, but Izuku had better control over it. So, because he's able to, how I say, suppress, he's able to control part of the sun to a greater extent. So, he just control, take most of the power sun into its heart place. It forces it to go into the one mode. It forces him to go into the mode at least. You maintain regular external mode. Regular Escanor. 24/7. In that period of time, I was going to the one mode. He can remain. He doesn't have to go to the one mode all, but he has to, how to say, always. This school no longer exists in a way. You see, Izuku's constantly using his quirk. Izuku no longer needs, how I say, eat or sleep, because he can rely constantly on, how I say, the power for nurturing the body. He's stored enough power. And let's say Escanor throw Rita to the core of the sun. Rita is, how he linked to him, spiritually and physically. And the sun is constantly absorbing the power of the sun directly from the source. It has more power in it than him. One at a time. It is constantly. So he constantly maintains it in his heart. His blood, his flesh. Each time his heart beats, power will be pumped through his body. constant rate, pumping energy into his cells. So, as hard sun market is, and his veins, where veins are the rays going. His body is, how to say, hot, not melt the entire world hot. He's able to contain all the heat inside his body, except when he's in, even when he's in the one mode. But when we're all mode, all he can contain that. When it's changed, those modes are much more powerful. Let he out. I'll say so. He does it. I'll say that. Oh no. There's something special to take care for Izuku to take interest in. Someone special for him to. There's no Izuku. There's always. Izuku is not shy. He's always had the power control, but it's always been him. Right, like none other. He pities all. He knows himself to be perfect. He goes to them and says, move GUA. Oh no, he has that interest in power. So yeah. Anyway, when Aizawa tries to turn off his quirk, he automatically Izuku automatically shrinks down. Izuku, how I say, shrinks down a bit. And some art like covers the entirety of his body. It's become less vibrant, more plain ordinary. Everyone can honestly see. Cause it and Isawa asked what the message of that. He says, "Oh, what's your form?" He says, "I've checked my work. How I say, look the sunlight 24/7. What you've done is merely zooming past the sun and we my hack into it. But I still have some from my body, so I can still function. You're forced me to use my own power, my own reserves. You're ever." So USJ. Izuku just burns it all. So, I think pretty much boring. So let's go to the fight against the one for all. All for one. He knows that Sugar will have no chance against him. So, as his last, how I say, fuck you, All Might, everyone, he teleports Izuku to a different universe entirely. This is that last little fuck you. Twists him into the DC universe. And so, Izuku appears in front of everyone. And everyone sees right in front of the Daily Planet and territory. Seeing a hearing. And see that so Izuku learns about everything. He goes about business. He learns of the Justice League and all of that. But what interests him more than anything else is Superman. Because he learns that Superman also draws his power from the sun. He wishes to see which one is just greater. Who does the sun love more in no sense? Because the greater from the sun. So he appears in front of the Justice League. All of them gathered up. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, the whole league. The Flash, as he all says, where is Superman? I've come to challenge you to see which one of us did the sun love more. As they all ask why. Simple. Each of us power from the sun. I wish to see who has drawn more. Who does the sun favor more? Me. I have worked and trained to gain more of the sun's favor, he says. To contain more of the sun's favor. Izuku him goes to a far away place, far off planet, to have that fight. Izuku wins, but he's pushed to his the one mode. So Izuku, oh, so Superman asks him to train him, and he does. First, he takes through. Barry Trine says, "I will now train Superman to handle more of the sun's power." First, he drains Superman of his, how I say, power sun is currently in his body, and he works out constantly. Has been gone for a few months, a few years, constantly training. So you learn to. So they've been training for a good 10 years. They've learned since Superman body has been worked out on. The also he contained more power of the sun in his body. Also taught him how to condense the power of the sun, store more of it, like he does. Body can handle more of the sun power, so he can absorb more of it, contain more of it, and absorb more rapidly. He's strengthening his body so he can contain more power. They had the rematch, and he was going to do one above Almo. So Izuku, how I say, would date, would go live his life to the fullest, dating some, I'll say Zatanna. Doing injustice. So everything is normal. And that is how everything is. That is the same. In Rush, you can imagine, unless there's around 500 likes, and I'll make part 2. Bye bye.